The need to explore new ways to power our homes, vehicles and businesses has increased dramatically over recent years in fear of fossil fuels running out and their environmental effects. Demands for fossil fuel for running automobiles has been the driving force in the utilization and depletion of crude petroleum. Hence, there has been an increased focus on electric vehicles in recent times. A major limitation for electric vehicles is that it is an extra load on the electric grid which aggravates the power deficit faced by many countries. Another drawback of electric vehicles is that it is not entirely emission free as batteries are charged using energy generated from fossil fuels as well. Hence, they only reduce and decentralizes the pollution and do not eradicate it completely. An alternative source of power that is being developed is the use of solar power to run automobiles. Our project's main objective is to develop a solar power utilization technique for efficient sharing and management of energy among solar powered electric vehicles. Our proposed system attempts to provide a new architecture for the charging of electric vehicles using PV panels. It not only charges the electric vehicles but also provides the energy back to the grid once it's fully charged. It does so without harming the environment or providing an excess load in the grid. Our system may be envisaged as two parts. The first one is the power system for the solar powered electric vehicle and the second one is the power system for the solar powered grid connected hub. Our system is innovative in two ways. The first being that if one vehicle is fully charged, the power from its panel is pumped into the hub, which in turn charges the battery of other vehicles. Secondly, once all the batteries are fully charged, excess energy from the vehicles and the hub is pumped back to the grid, thus utilizing the energy that would have otherwise been wasted.
Now let us come to the first part of the system. That's nothing but solar powered electrical vehicles. Each solar powered electrical vehicle consists of a 5 watt PV panel. The PV panel is used to store the charge in the battery of 12 volt and 4.5 ampere hours.
PV is connected over here. Power from the PV is now made to flow through a MPPT PCB which optimizes the power from the PV and further stores the charge in the battery of 12 volt.
Now, let us take a closer look at MPPT PCB. It consists of a programmable MPPT controller that is powered by a 5 volt linear regulator. The controller gives the pulses to a photovoltaic full bridge driver. The full bridge driver drives 4 N-channel MOSFET that form a buck boost converter. The current senses the input and the output current and feed them to the controller. This is the Piccolo C2000 microcontroller. It operates the relay for power flow. It also controls the LED indicators and the LCD screen. The LCD screen displays the battery's charge percentage and also present operation mode of the car.
Now, let us look at the modes of operation being indicated. When the hub is not connected, the car is in mode 1, standalone mode. Now, only the power from the PV panel on the car is used to charge its battery. Now, when the hub is connected through hub link to the car and the switch S1 is switched on, the power flows between the car and the hub. If the hub is connected and the battery is not fully charged, the power flow is from hub to car, indicated by the LED M2, which indicates that the mode of operation is from now hub to car, as indicated in the LED. After charging for the time required, the car battery is fully charged. Now the car enters into mode 3 of operation, where the power from the panel is now fed back into the hub. The LED indicates the mode 3 operation from car to hub. As seen over here, the relay R1 is triggered to indicate that the flow from the PV panel to the hub, whereas the R2 indicates the isolation of the battery from the car to avoid overcharging further. Let us see the battery charge indicator. When the battery charge is above 50%, the green LED glows. After draining the battery for a while, the charge level goes below 50%. The current charge of the battery is 40%. Now the green goes off and the red LED glows. Now, if it is continued to drain the battery, when it goes below 10%, the red LED starts blinking, indicating that the battery must be charged urgently.
So now let's focus on the hub. The hub is essentially the parking lot where the solar-powered electric vehicles are placed for charging. It consists of a larger solar panel, in this case a 10-watt panel, which is used to charge a large battery bank. The panel need not be on the parking lot itself. It can be decentralized. For example, let's say the rooftop of a nearby building. The energy from the PV panel is used to charge the battery bank. For demonstration purpose, we have used a 12 volt 4.5 ampere hour battery. The charge from the PV panel is controlled by an identical MPPT module and buck boost converter as that of the vehicle. This battery bank is used to charge the batteries of several electric vehicles parked at the station. The C2000 Piccolo microcontroller is used for measuring the voltage level of the battery bank and various other functions which I will be coming to later. The bridge rectifier present in the hub converts AC to DC to charge the battery bank from the grid when required. A PWM inverter circuit utilizing 4 power MOSFETs manufactured by Texas Instruments is used for pumping back power from the hub to the grid. The power MOSFETs are driven by gate drivers manufactured by Texas Instruments, which are controlled by Piccolo C2000. The gate drivers are powered by LM317 manufactured by Texas Instruments. A reference AC is tracked using a zero crossing detector circuit, which utilizes an op-amp manufactured by Texas Instruments. The output of the inverter is synchronized with the reference voltage using Piccolo C2000 microcontroller. The PWM pulses of the inverter is filtered and the output voltage is synchronized with the reference voltage. The hub has various modes of operation. If there is an excess of energy in the system, then the hub goes into inverter mode. If there is a scarcity of energy, it goes into rectifier mode. Otherwise, it operates in standalone mode. The switchover occurs using the relay R1, which is controlled by the C2000 microcontroller.
Now that we've covered the modes of operation of the proposed system on the hub, we're in a position to look at and actually observe what happens on the actual hardware prototype. Now we shall see what happens when the battery's charge percent goes first less than 25% and second greater than 75%. As the LCD here shows, the hub's battery has a charge of 28%. Between 25 and 75%, we have programmed the hub to work in mode 1, which is standalone mode, which is indicated by this LCD screen and also by the blue LED, which is bright right here.
Ready?
Currently the hub's battery charge percentage is 78. As it has gone above 75%, it is switched from mode 1 to mode 3 inverter mode. It can also be inferred from this yellow LED, which glows, indicating inversion. Right now the hub is inverting a 12 volt AC output, PWM modulated AC output. This waveform shows the filtered output of the SPWM pulsed waveform, which is now synchronized with the grid voltage waveform using the ZCD. Right now the hub's battery has a charge of 17%. As this is less than the 25% limit we had set earlier, the mode of operation of the hub is rectification. This may also be inferred by the red LED which is glowing here, labeled rectification. This mode relay R1 is switched on to route power from the grid and convert it into DC and supply it to charge the battery. The DSO here shows the rectified output, which could be measured or tested from the port labeled here. We believe that this project is very friendly to the environment, yet feasible at the same time. We would like to thank Texas Instruments for this opportunity to exhibit and verify our idea. We are also highly thankful to our mentor, C. Bharati Raja sir, and the Department of EEE, SRM University, for their support throughout the tenure of our work.